All right. The Capras, they are into the grand final, and with me is their coach, Amanda Ohl, and she was asked when she was given this job, what did she want to do? And she said she wanted a trophy. Gee, you're not far off, are you? Do you remember that?
We're getting close. That was probably the second year, but the first year, I took some convincing to take the job, to be honest.
Yeah. You played the inaugural Capra side in 2012, then you were the coach the following year. Mm-hmm. 10 years ago that you were playing, it's blown out of the water, isn't it? Can you keep up with the style of play now?
No, not at all. I'm really glad I've hung the boots up, to be honest. I wouldn't be able to keep up. I was good for 10 minutes back then, and how the front rowers get any more than that time, I've got no idea.
All right, you're no stranger to coaching. You coach in the 47th Battalion. You've got back-to-back titles. So you know what it's like to go to a final. You've got it this weekend. How's the week been yourself? Don't worry about the players, yourself, because you've been there before. Is this any different to those finals?
Yeah, a lot different. It's a lot more professional at this level. So we've been working all week to get everything sorted, our accommodation, our travels, and all that sort of stuff. As you know, we fly in from Longreach to Moranbah from Blackwater and Rocky, so it takes some putting together each week for us. But very professional, and the feeling and the support we're getting is a lot different to anything we've experienced before.
You mentioned Central Queensland, obviously Rockhampton. Toowoomba, they've come from everywhere. How, as a coach, have you brought this all together? This is a remarkable story. I mean, I'm not making lighthearted of this. You've just got the hardest job out of all of the 8 coaches, because you've got to bring them all together somehow and choreograph a win. Yeah,
well, we were luckily St George, the young Regan comes from, so she's moved up for probably 10 weeks now. So she's actually relocated to be a part of the team. But I guess it does come back to the years that I spent at 47th Battalion coaching the Rockhampton side. I've got to know the girls in the region, the Central Division region, and that's where most of our girls come from, that catchment area. So we're lucky that I did have that experience coaching at that level and got to know what talent's around.
All right, now listen, undefeated, you come up against Burleigh the last round, they roll you. This is no embarrassment, because the Burleigh Bears have, like I've said 100 times, have won everything except in 2018 or 2019. So it wasn't a surprise, but it was certainly something you don't want to lose, but it showed you where you were lacking for finals footy.
Oh, yeah, 100%. We went into that game undefeated, and it was a bit of a shock, but we did change the team up a little bit. We knew we had nothing to lose. So, Tamika wasn't there, of course. So we put young Emma back at fullback for the first time ever, and she did a really terrific job there. We had a couple of girls playing out of position. So we did change things up a little bit. But, the Burleigh girls were just a little bit more experienced and a little bit better in everything they did that day. And, I wasn't too disappointed in the loss. Our game plan was still good. They just they were better on the day.
Still, you got the minor premiership, so congratulations on that one. And you wanted a trophy, so you got one. The main one coming up. You're up against the Gold Stars. Look, I want to give you a little bit of a tip here. Give it to Mariah Sorch. Now, that is the twinkle-toed try of a winger. For a back rower, unbelievable. I think that I've played about 3 or 4 times and thought, I think I'm the right player here. How good?
Yeah, we did. We had a goal to target that right edge, and I think Mariah and the other front rower, Tyler Mitchell, both come off their right foot in space and scored almost in the same spot. So our game plan definitely worked on the weekend against Wynnum, and Mariah, as usual, tops the tackle count and the hit-ups for us every week, so it'd be no surprise who gets the ball.
And when I spoke to her a couple of weeks ago, she'd only scored 1 try in the season proper, so then she goes and scores 1 in the semi-final. So there you go. Hopefully it's not a long break for this next one. Gold Stars, you played them once before. That's last year. What do you expect from this weekend? Because it's going to be the Battle of the North down here in Brisbane, of all places. But
it is.
Yeah. So, what do you expect from Gavin Lloyd's mob?
Probably, we've had them twice this year. We played them in a trial up there, and we also had them once in the season. So they're a big forward pack. I'll look for them to come forward down the middle, and they've got Romy playing out in the second row now, who's very dangerous. She by far topped the hit-ups in their game against Burleigh on the weekend, so it'll be no surprise if they're coming down my right edge. But that they've got a lot of NRLW stars in their team too, so we can't pinpoint one player. We've got to be on right across our defensive line. So we're pretty good in our defensive line. Pretty comfortable with each other, and we work for each other from the inside. So it will be a lot of hard work in our defensive structures to keep these gold stars and these bigger girls out.
One thing you also, I'd like to quote you, which is a good quote. If you're confident, then the person outside you can be confident. And that's something, and it's a great mantra to have. So you've got that confidence. You've won the minor premiership, and there's no reason why you can't go away. It's going to be a crackerjack game on the weekend. What's the game plan? Do you get down here on Saturday, or are you coming down Friday, or what's the game?
No, luckily for us, we come down Friday. So we're into Redcliffe and have a team run Friday evening.
Yep.
Bit of a casual Friday morning. But if the weather is nice to us, might go over the ocean for a swim, but I don't think so. It's a bit chilly.
Not at all.
Might be good for recovery Friday night then. Just usual, the team walk, a few activities.
Yep.
Trying to keep things very casual, trying to keep the nerves down and the mind's occupied. So, and then out to the game and switch on and hope for the best. Well,
hope for the best. That's right. Well, hope is one thing, but belief is another. And I think you've got that belief. And congratulations on the minor premiers. Congratulations on yourself. You might get that trophy. You've been a stalwart in the QRL to produce the players of the Central Queensland, which is outstanding. You're obviously part of the Capras. You've got Kim Williams, obviously help another operations manager there as well. But it's all been you and your squad. Good luck on the weekend. It's going to be windy down here. Leave the swimmers at home. You're not going to need those, that's for sure, Amanda. But listen, congratulations. Thanks for talking to us on Queensland League Scene, and we'll look forward to seeing what happens come this weekend.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Matt. Thank you. Kel, you can come in. He's just going to shut that down. Listen, thank you. And apologies again. Buffett isn't here, so I'll slap him around and everything. But it's cold, it's windy, and I'll share with you what I told Gavin. Yeah, you can stop the recording. It's very windy down here. Now, you're playing at Moreton Daly Stadium. I don't know whether you've played there before. Yeah. It's a westerly, so the grandstand will cover it, but either ends it can be a little bit tricky. But you'll work that out when you have a trip.
Yeah, we played our under-17 Queensland country game there at the end of last year. So
okay, yep.
Yeah, quite familiar with the length of the grass and how hard the field is and how strong the wind is up above the 20-metre line. So
okay, all right then.
Yeah.
Well, good luck. You look nervous.
I am. Yeah, I am.
Don't worry, everybody is. So that's what grand final's all about. Man, thanks for your time and all the best, eh?
Excellent. Thank you very much, mate.